Hi, welcome to 3-Leaf Cottage. This is Laurie. In the middle of a long quarantined winter, we dreamt about spring. We planned out our future garden beds and ordered seeds. As the snow melted, the air began to warm up, our seeds arrived, and we put them down on paper so we could keep track of which ones needed to be planted when. For a few weeks, it was like Christmas as all our seeds arrived. We had ordered herbal seeds and vegetable seeds and flowers, which we had never grown before. So in the winter, when we ordered the seeds, I also ordered some perlite. Our soil here in Ireland is, at least where we live, is very clay. And so decided to order 2 bags, thinking we would need it for all the raised beds. Unfortunately, I ordered it by weight, not realizing just how much perlite that was, which was pretty funny at the time. I also ordered some trays that had plastic lids so that we could put our baby seedlings in them, because there are certain seeds that need to be covered while they grow. So when the seeds came in, we just put them all over our kitchen table and made a list of each seed, when it needed to be sowed, when it needed to be planted out, whether it needed to be covered or hardened off, and any special needs the plant needed, like more sun or shade or extra water or differences in soil. We also labeled our calendar from week 1 to week 52 so that we would know which weeks to plant out our seeds. Then I ordered these photo boxes so we could organize our seeds by herbs and flowers and vegetables. Because in previous years, when we had smaller garden patches, we had lost seeds or not put them away properly, and it was very hard to know whether they were usable or whether there was any seeds in any of the packets, so we decided this year to be way more organized. And here you have me pulling weeds and trimming back the herbal plants on the beds on the left. The polytunnel was put in by my husband nearly 4 years ago when we moved to this property, and he passed away last April, so we're still getting the hang of it because is his project, but I've taken it over since then, and the kids are also working with me, and we've been planning it out, what we'd like to do with it. It's still quite cold out when I was working on this bed. You can see things are still growing inside the polytunnel though. Once we got all the seeds in, we realized we needed more space, so we had to reorder our priorities and change the beds we had. You can see Leif over on the right hand side. He's pulling out weeds on the right side, but also we're putting down cardboard to block out more weeds. We didn't have any ground cloth put down when we put the raised beds in, and so last year we started putting cardboard down around the raised beds, and then we put bark on top of that, but the weeds still grow up along the edges. So this year we're pulling up the beds on the right. We're completely emptying them out, even though it affects the organisms in the soil, because the beds got completely filled with horsetail, and the plants that we planted, the vegetable beds on the right hand side, because they get more sun, were inundated with horsetail, and you can only make so much horsetail tincture. So once he pulled the dirt out, you'll see later in the video, he's going to sift out all the dirt that was pulled out to get the roots out so we can get rid of the horsetail. And then we'll put the dirt back in and the compost, let it set for a week or two, and then we can replant it. Leif does a lot of the yard work, weed whacking, tree trimming, grass cutting. He's really made it his plan to try to keep the yards up and the grounds up for us. As you'll see in future videos, he's also a trained chef, and he's completing his coursework in Ayurvedic medicine. We decided this year not to pull the soil and the beds up on the left-hand side, because some of those are really well-established herbs that we use in our household. And here you can see Leif started to line the insides of the box with food grade polythene that we found on the internet, so that we could extend the life of our raised beds, and so we don't ever have to take the dirt out again. It's going to be a long-term project, relining all of our boxes as we go. Some of our wood for our boxes is properly treated, and some of it isn't. During quarantine, it was hard to get supplies. The last 4 or 5 months we've been in since Christmas, we've been in a level 5 kilometer quarantined, so we can't really go very far away from our homes to get supplies. And the local shops only have what they have. Here you can see him filtering out the weeds and the stems from all the horsetail, and you'll see what looks like weeds in the box, but it isn't. It's pine branches from trees that and willow trees that were growing all over the property. Leif broke them all down and had a big pile of branches, so we decided to do a little hugel culture and put some decaying matter for the bottom of the box. And here's some of our giant bag of perlite. And as we're beginners, I wouldn't give anybody instructions. We're just trying different things that we've been studying on the internet ourselves, and we'll see how it goes. I hope you enjoy our video. Thank you for visiting Three Leaf Cottage. Have a lovely day.